Good morning. Welcome to my little kitchen. Okay, so I'm doing this because I'm by myself and I can't have my daughters here to help me, specifically my daughter Isabella, who has a degree in baking. So I was on the phone with her around 6:30 this morning, 7 o'clock, and we went over everything line by line of what I should do. Today I'm going to try to make a rustic multigrain bread. I got the ingredients a while ago when everybody started shopping like crazy so that I could have them when I was ready. Today, I think I'm ready. I'm not sure, but we're gonna try to keep my cat away from all of the food. Duchess, please! And we'll see how this goes. I've got flax seeds, and dark rye flour, and bulgur wheat. It just sounds horrible. Rolled oats. I saw a really neat episode on Bob's Red Mill recently, and that guy seemed like one of the neatest individuals on the planet. So I will buy Bob's Red Mill anything as long as I possibly can. And then I got yeast, but I wasn't sure what kind I got, so I got all kinds of yeast, and apparently all I needed was this active dry, so we're going to use that instead. And then let's see, I've got my honey, Mad Bee honey from my friend Blanche, nice shout out, and some butter, and I'm gonna go ahead and do what I never would have even known to do, but thankfully to my daughter, I'm making a starter. So basically I'm gonna heat up some water and mix in honey and butter, and then I will mix that in with something else. So I'll come back as soon as the water's boiling. Bye. Okay, so as you can see, my water is now boiled, and I've got my butter, 2 tablespoons of unsalted. I am going to attempt to get the honey out of there, and I've got to cut off 1 packet of the dry yeast. So I'm going to turn the camera around. There. So I figured it out. So I'm gonna cut one of these. I hope I don't spill anything. Okay, I'm so nervous with yeast. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And so apparently I am going to put everything in the bowl that I'm gonna mix with, because I'm not gonna knead by hand. I'm gonna use my KitchenAid. God bless KitchenAid. Amen. So saith Teresa Leeds. Thank you. I put the butter in. Oh, and the honey. See, I was already about to mess this up. So I need 2 tablespoons of honey. Can I fit that in there? I can. Okay. So it doesn't matter how hard it is, because I believe that the boiled water will take care of that. And I'm going to be on the money, but a little generous with the honey, because I love honey. So I don't care how much is in there. Move this into view. I think so. I'm doing this right. So it's 1. I could never be a teacher. I could never be a cooking instructor, because I'm sure that there are things I'm doing right now that are horrifying some people, and but it's okay. It's for Michael and I. It's hard to get out. I'm gonna bend my spoon. Looks good to me. Okay. Alright. Now we're good with that. And I'm totally not going to lick the spoon when I walk away. I'm gonna go grab my water. I need a 1/4 cup of boiling water. I'm sorry, 1 whole cup. So I have 1 cup of boiling water. I'm going to pour that in. And stir that up with your spatula until it's melted, the honey and the butter. Right now it smells like I'm making a cake and I haven't even done anything. I love baking. Let that sit for a minute. And then now what I need is to put in 1/2 cup of the rye flour and the packet of yeast. So I've got my dark rye flour. I wonder if this has a smell to it. Nope, smells like dirt or something. I don't know. What did I say? 1/2 cup? I'm asking like you can answer me. Yeah, Steph, that's what you said. So with this, I think I'll be a little more precise with. I don't want to mess up. So here's my 1/2 cup of rye flour, and I've got my yeast packet ready. And so once these 2 things in the bowl, the honey and the butter, are melted, then I can mix everything. I won't put them in yet. Looks like the honey is completely dissolved, and really so is the butter. The recipe didn't call for a starter, but Isabella, who has made a bunch of really wonderful breads, she said that she thinks that that I'm gonna be happy with doing this. She said this will make the bread just, I don't know, I guess be more bread-like. I have no idea why I'm doing this, but I'm trusting her. Okay, so I'm adding the rye flour because everything's dissolved. And the packet of this. Make sure I didn't get any all over the counter, and it all got into the bowl. So I'm just gonna stir this by hand, combine it by hand, she said. I would do everything with the KitchenAid if I could, but this, I guess, would be just overkill. So, scraping the sides. Doesn't look pretty messy. Am I even getting it? Yeah, it looks kind of clumpy. But we'll give it a shot. And now I'm supposed to take a damp tea towel and cover it. Oh, it smells like bread. Believe it or not. It's got to be the yeast. It's amazing. Please, God, say, stir it all up. Okay. I hope I'm not doing a bad thing. Right now I'm breaking apart the clumps of yeast. And I don't know if I can hear anybody watching this going, oh my God, no! So we're just gonna pray that that's the right thing to do. Who knows? Steph Crocker, I'm not. I forgot to dampen the tea towel, so let's go over and do that. So I don't have, I mean, it's like a tea cloth, and I'm gonna dampen that here at the sink really fast. She said only dampen it, not saturate it, so I think I saturated it. Oh. I can just read it now. 5th grade progress report. Stephanie has a problem following directions. I'm squeezing all of the excess water out. I really hope this doesn't cause a problem. Maybe she meant like it shouldn't drip into the bowl. I don't think it's going to drip into the bowl. I'm gonna open it up and we're gonna place it over the bowl with the starter. So there we go. And now I'm supposed to just quietly treat it like a baby, let it sit for 3 hours. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye. Hi, okay, so I'm back, and believe it or not, it's only been an hour and a half since I put aside the starter. And according to my daughter, I was supposed to check it starting at an hour, and it already looked done. So I called her right away, and she's like, oh yeah, give it another half an hour, and then go for it. And great. Well, I was hoping for 3 to 4 hours. Maybe, you know, freshen this look up a bit and put some makeup on, make some breakfast, enjoy some time with Michael, have a full cup of coffee, and then get back to the bread. And I don't have enough time for that. So my poor husband is eating by himself. I wound up whipping up a batch of Belgian waffles while I was in the kitchen. I figured everything's dirty anyway, so just go for it. And then, but now I am going to look at the starter again. And I think it looks perfect. I'm going to show it to you. So I was literally told to look for this, a frothy hot mess. And that's what it looks like. Any more than that, and it will be overdone. So I'm going to assume that this is perfect to start with. I'm going to mix in all of my dry ingredients and my seeds to the starter now. So I'm cranking it up. I've got my dough hook on my KitchenAid. I'm going to put it on the lowest setting. I'm going to make sure that it's plugged in. Oh my God, this is not the time for my KitchenAid not to work. It is not plugged in. Right on. Yes! I should not be allowed in the kitchen. Okay, we're plugged in. Lowest setting possible. So I'm going to mix in my wheat. So I'm going to put you up there first. So I'm mixing in my whole wheat flour. I need one of those fancy shields because everything just flies out. And if I grab my little rubber spatula and scrape it off the top. There you go. Now I'm going to mix in my coarse salt, 2 teaspoons. Looking over my notes from Isabella. I soaked my bulgur wheat in 1/4 cup of warm water, and that's ready to go, so I'm going to add that. One more minute. So I'm going to put that in. I think I might want to scrape the sides a little. I hope this isn't wrong to do, but it looks like there's a lot of flour that's built up on the sides. So I'm scraping the sides, make sure that's all in. Looks like the makings of some good gluten in there. Seeds. Eat these waffles. I'm gonna have a bite. They're okay. They'd help me better with butter and syrup.
You gotta get a pair of pliers. And syrup really doesn't come off.
Okay. Again, I'm going to scrape the sides because some of the bulgur is sticking. And then what she was saying was to take your time and to add each ingredient one at a time. So I'm waiting until it mixes a little more, and then I'll add the sunflower seeds. Honey, will you make me a cup of coffee when you're done? Oh, you can hear it's getting thicker. Does everybody else bake like this? Do you stick your head right in the bowl like I do and have to look at it this close? Okay, so and now it's my last ingredient is the rolled oats. And now the Only thing I have to do is add the all-purpose flour, and with that, I'm going to do that just a couple of teaspoons at a time or tablespoons at a time, because you really just want to watch it. I don't know what it's going to do. Hopefully it'll tell me, Steph, that's enough, stop. But I have no idea. I just know that I can't add it all at once, which is what I probably would have done had I not called my kid. I need to wait until it breaks away from the bowl clean. So I'm going to try that. I know, but it's cold coffee. Look at me drinking my cold coffee. Get a hair in there. Here we go. I'm just going to drop in tablespoons at a time. It looks pretty though. I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. With all those ingredients, it's looking good. Okay, maybe I can stop the hook for a second. Not bad. So I'm going to keep at that, and I'm going to try this. I'm going to get my hand chopped off. And we're just going to keep an eye on it until it breaks liquid. And then what I need to do once this is ready, I have 2 pizza stones. They're well loved. I'm going to soak this one because you're supposed to make this in an oven with a Dutch oven. Oh, I see you. No. Nope. Nope. But I don't have a Dutch oven. I just have a Dutch cat. And so I'm going to soak one to keep the moisture in the oven. The other one is what I'm going to roll the dough of bread. I definitely have adult ADD. I'm sorry. Once I mold the dough into a loaf of bread, I'm going to put it on the 1 baking stone, and then I'm going to slip the second soaked baking stone 2 racks below it. And hopefully that will counteract the fact that it's not being sealed in a Dutch oven. Hi. Okay, so it is now breaking away clean. I'm not going to add any more flour to it. I've got it on a timer, and in 2 minutes I'm going to roll it out onto my cutting board, and I'm going to fold it and shape it into a ball. And then I'm going to grease it with a paper towel. So let's do that now. I'm going to grab my glass bowl. I think my cat just climbed into my pantry. Oh, look at that. I wonder how that will taste in my food. Get down. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to grab some grab some extra virgin olive oil and a paper towel. And we're going to grease the bowl. And just remember, I'm doing this so that someday my daughters either can prove to people that I used to try to make things in the kitchen, or, God willing, I have grandchildren, they can see that I've tried. Unless this comes out as a complete failure, and then please just destroy this and don't tell anybody that you ever saw it. So it looks nice and greased. There's no extra olive oil pooled at the bottom. It's really not even enough to affect the flavor. It's just what I want to season the bowl with. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got it, and it looks beautiful in my opinion. So I'm going to roll it out. I've washed my hands. I've taken off all my jewelry. So the technique that she told me to try was to, I'm going to turn this a little bit so maybe you can see, is to fold, 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 and fold, and then turn it over and roll it into a ball. Oh my God, it looks real. It looks real, hon. Like a real bread ball of dough. It looks like a, you got to come see it. It's actually quite beautiful.
That's my rap name.
What's your rap name? Bread ball? I'd like to see the raps that you come up with that name. Are you going to come see my ball? Beautiful. Look at that. Yes. He looks happy. Don't touch it. You did not wash your hand.
I did.
You might as well have licked it now. Okay, so I'm going to put it in a bowl. I'm going to cover it up. And we're going to like seal it tight. No! Michael! I don't have any plastic wrap. And I'm not running to the store for that. So Bella told me I could use the tea towel that I used this morning. As long as I seal it tight, it really should keep out any air. So I'm going to try to just layer it as many times as possible. And then maybe if I tie some kitchen string or something around it, or get a big enough rubber band. I have a drawer full of rubber bands that I never use, and now that I need one, got it. Oh my God, I'm like MacGyver in the kitchen. Okay, so now it's sealed nice and tight. Multiple layers, air can't get through. We're gonna note the time. It's, okay, so I'm gonna set the timer now for an hour, and then we're gonna check on it to see how much it's risen in that time. All right, yay! Hi, well, I have taken advantage of the little break. I went and I brushed my teeth. How fabulous is that? I brushed my hair. I readjusted my headband so I'm not crunching my face, and I may have put a little lip gloss on. So right now, I am going to check on the bread dough that's been underneath the cloth. We're hoping that it's doubled in size. So let's go take a look. Oh my God. Yes, it has. It is so pretty. Okay. All right, so now we're going to take this and let's go over our notes, but I believe we're going to flip this out and we're going to punch it. I have to be honest, I'm a little nervous about this technique, and I'm, again, so glad that I talked to Isabella, because I would have been sitting here literally pulling a Rocky Balboa on this bread. until she explained to me what punching the dough actually requires. Okay, so here we go. This is actually how you punch dough. I had no idea. But let's try to get it out of the bowl carefully. Oh my God. Okay. So essentially, I'm going to try to get this so you can see it. She said I can fold it and push. Fold it and push. Grab the sides and push. So I'm gonna keep folding it in on itself. Just until it looks smooth, she said. So I don't want to overdo it. I can do it with both hands. I don't want to get too excited and lose myself and then wind up punching it too much. It's gonna, like the blob coming from my phone. Okay, really quickly, I forgot to do this. So before I let it sit for the 5 minutes, I don't want it to be a ball. So I'm rolling it with my hands. I'm just trying to make it a little oblong, that's all. Just so it's more of a loaf shape, because I'm not putting it in a pan. I'm kind of making this the way it is. Okay, now that it's oblong in shape, where's my camera? There we go. Now that it's oblong in shape, I'm going to cover it with the tea towel in 5 minutes. Okay. Try again. Take 2. Okay, so I have a couple of minutes. We've got like 3 minutes on the clock before that's done. So in the meantime, I'm going to beat an egg really quickly for an egg wash, because we're going to want to brush the top of the loaf with that. Let me grab a fork. And I'm not turning around anymore because I also noticed in the other videos that the strap of my apron went down below my rear end, which cradled it so flatteringly. Oh yeah. This is gonna be pretty, guys. I just say grab a drink and watch with blinders so that you can, tune out every once in a while, because Steph is not pro. Alright, that's cool. It's all egg. I had to check because I couldn't remember if an egg wash was just whites or if it was the whole egg, and it's the whole egg. So I've got that over there. I've got I've got my basting brush. Actually, it's not bad. I use it only for food, but that's still, I think it's too much. I'm gonna use my little guy. And then, what else can we do to prep? So, I think what I'm doing here is that I'm going to sprinkle my cornmeal. I don't know how much to use, so I'm just gonna put a bunch. And this is, according to Isabella, to create an air pocket between the bread and the cooking surface. You don't want direct heat. Plus, it looks familiar. I think I've seen this on the bottom of artesian bread loaves. I honestly, I have no idea. I'm afraid I'm going to use too much. But I guess whatever's not necessary will fall off. So, no harm, no foul. You know what I mean? Bottoms up. Maybe I could stop touching it. Maybe I'll just stop flattening it with my hand and it won't look like less. Let's get an idea. Let's, I don't know. We're just trying not to curse at all during this video. But, you know what? And leave it alone. I'm gonna wind up scratching this and starting all over. I I think I missed. I know. All right. You know what? I'm gonna grab another brush. Hold on. Let's use this. There we go. I just needed to spread it out. I was clearing away too much. I'm gonna place it on top of the cornmeal. I'm gonna brush it with the egg wash. Cornmeal, brush it, yep. Okay, so that's the next step. I just wanna make sure. I'm gonna try to get the whole loaf. Holding a brush. This part I'm familiar with. I can do this part all day. I say out loud as I dip my egg-covered brush into the cornmeal. All right, I think that's enough. Then I am going to sprinkle with some rolled oats. It's funny, I think Michael's painting in the other room and I can't imagine what he's listening to. It sounds a little psychedelic. I don't know if I should like, just gonna throw it, because why not? I can't get it, I can't figure out, there. I don't know what I'm doing. Try to get it onto the sides. I don't know if I'm supposed to just do the top. Or what? Okay, I think I may have overdone it with the sprinkling. It's okay, it's all good. I mean, I should probably take the excess off. Or it'll be like toasted oats or something. We're just gonna... Dutch! She'll take care of the ones on the floor. Actually, I'm not even gonna play around. I'll pick them up because my luck, I don't know, cats aren't supposed to eat oats and God forbid. So, okay. So I'm gonna lift this up for a second. Doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna cover it with a big plastic bowl. So give me 5. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover it like this. I think I'm gonna cover this for like 35 minutes. And I need to be clear about that. She said 35 to 40 minutes. So I'm gonna do it for 35. I don't know how to work the timer on my microwave, by the way. 35. And then we stop. Well, by the time I do this, it's going to be 22 minutes. So, timer 35. Third time's a charm. Okay. But definitely I don't want to go to like 45 minutes. Apparently that's like an evil number. And then the whole thing will be like green and melted. I have no idea, but I just know that I'm not allowed to leave it in that long. So I am going to leave it covered and we'll check it when it's done. There you go. Hi, okay, so I was so excited and Michael came in to help me and we checked the bread and it did double. I kind of wanted to get a picture of that, but we put everything into the oven. So like I said, I soaked the one pizza stone. I put it, see, he's ready to help.
Good day.
Could you please, yep.
I'm Captain Colander, Head, reporting for duty.
Yep, I hope that you're shut in with people that are equally as entertaining. Really quickly, I'm going to open the door. Boom. So there it is in there. The loaf of bread is on the middle rack. 2 racks below that is the soaked pizza stone. And we put it in, and we're going to start checking it in around 45 minutes. So, crossing our fingers.
No, Mickey frying pan ears. Ooh,
Send help. Thank you. Okay. Hi. Okay, 45 minutes. Went into the oven. My daughter actually happened to be on the phone with me. So I put her on video chat. She took a look at it, and she told me it was done. So I'm going to show it to you now. It looks pretty, doesn't it? So it's all good. Oh, no. Okay, so I totally forgot to score it. And I wonder if I ruined that. Well, I was bound to make a mistake somewhere. Darn it. I don't see any big cracks though. But hopefully that little flaw there, maybe it released some air. I'm not even sure. But I need to take this now, and I am going to put it on a wire rack. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so here it is. I'm cooling it on a wire rack. She said I need to leave it here until it's comfortable to touch. And right now it's hot. So I'm gonna let it alone. She said that the scoring, the fact that I forgot to score it, it helps to release gases, but it might be okay. She said it just might create some big air bubbles inside the bread. So we'll see once we do cut it open. I will not forget that step the next time. Fortunately, with all those ingredients, I can make several of these loaves while we're staying shut in. So, but I'm anxious to taste it. I will definitely post what it looks like inside and how it tastes. And there we go. Thanks. Hi, I just wanted to do a quick little shout out because while my daughter was helping me make a loaf of bread over the phone all morning, she's also been working, and I just wanted to give some highlight to this great organization that a group of young adults in Orlando started. 2 of my daughter's friends, I believe they're all Disney castmates who are home right now and just looking to do something with their free time while the parks are closed. The organization that this couple started is COVIDSafeCorps.org. So it's COVIDSafeCorps.org. And basically it's a group of people around the same age as my daughter, and they have started, they've got a website up, and what they're doing is they're serving as kind of like they're doing your shopping for you, or they're taking, forgive me, I know I'm going to get this wrong, but basically they're a nonprofit, and those people who need to keep socially distant from everyone else, those maybe that can't, that they're immuno deficient, that they need help getting out to get things, they can't run to the store or grab items, or maybe they can't afford the delivery services. Basically, this group is taking over that. So what you would do is, if you needed that help, you can go onto the website, you can announce that you need help, you can sign up that way, and then it will walk you through how to go ahead and take advantage of their services. Basically, you would place your orders with grocery stores or whatever, different kinds of stores, different needs that you have, and then the volunteers with COVIDSafeCorps.org will go pick up those items from the stores. They're following all the safety guidelines, and they will deliver them to your home. They will drop them off on the doorstep. They will go back to their cars, sit, wait, notify you that your items are on the porch, wait till you get them, and then they will safely drive off. And it's just a really fabulous way to help people out that can't do those things. It's amazing what we take for granted when we can no longer just freely go out and do as we please. And so, although, here I am just trying to bake a darn loaf of bread all morning. She's, you know, giving her time and trying to help those in need. And I'm just a really proud mom right now of her and the friends that she's working with. I know that she is coordinating all of the volunteers through the safety of her own apartment. So I feel good about that. You know, as a mom, I just want to make sure that my baby's safe also. But I respect what she's doing, and I'm sure that she's following all the safety guidelines while she does it. But I also think that I want to try to find a way to donate to this cause financially so that I can maybe help them continue to do this. I don't know if they're accepting donations or not, but I believe that they might be able to accept donations, but maybe not goods. I think that's what I can do. I believe I'm going to look into that myself. But again, the website is covidsafecorps.org. And I think it just brings into perspective that we all need to be safe, but help others in any way that we can. Thanks a lot.